Welcome to the Spotlight Project presents. Tonight, recording artist Peter Wilde. Introducing Comfort Cookin' with Molly McKitchen. And a very special In the Spotlight with our very own Becky Chamberlain. Now, please welcome our guest host, Jason Niemer.
With winter right around the corner, you're going to want to get out that slow cooker and make some good old-fashioned comfort food. Well, before we get started, Jason, I'm going to ask you to put on an apron. Now, are you a streamlined kind of guy?
Yeah.
Or do you like a little ruffle around your ridges?
I'll take the streamline thing.
All right.
Thank you very much.
I'll have you put this apron on
All
and
right.
tell you a little bit about myself. Now, Jason, I come from the Midwest.
Oh, okay.
And my hometown is Ypsilanti, Michigan.
Ypsilanti.
Ypsilanti. And a lot of folks moved up from Kentucky and Ohio to work in the Motor City, and Ypsilanti was just down the road. So that's where my cooking comes from. Now, our first recipe, folks, is going to warm you up better than moonshine in a coffee mug. And Jason, I'm going to ask you to help me chop up some ingredients.
Okay.
Now, this is a real sharp knife.
Looks
So
like it.
please be careful.
Okay.
Okay. Just remember, white is onion, pink is you. Okay.
I think I got it.
Now, folks, if you don't we're going to put a list of the ingredients up for our recipes, but if you all don't have anything to write with, you can go to our website, thespotlightprojectpresents.com, and under Molly McKitchen there will be a list of the fixins right there. Now for this potato chowder, which is our first recipe, it calls for, I recommend you highly use Yukon Gold potatoes. They have the right texture and flavor for this recipe, and so I have some pre-made and cut up right here. It also asks for a can of cream of chicken soup, undiluted, and then you're going to put in your chicken bouillon. Now, I made this chicken bouillon with my favorite chicken bouillon is better than bouillon, and you know why I like this so much?
Why about?
Because it's better than bouillon. And they even have vegetarian and organic bouillon. Tonight we're going to use chicken bouillon for this, so we're going to just add that in there. So you got your potatoes, your can of cream of chicken soup, and I always put a bay leaf in anything that looks like soup, just so y'all know. It's not in the recipe, but that's just what I do. And also, I added a little bit of poultry seasoning and garlic powder, which is also not in the recipe, but you know, you all can mess around with it. Add any kind of herbs that you really like. And then you're going to put in your onion. Now I'll go ahead.
You want these finely diced?
Those are perfect.
Okay.
You go ahead and add that in there, and then it says a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. That looks like about a 1/4 teaspoon to me. And go ahead and just throw those in there.
All right.
I know it's kind of heavy.
Well, that's all right. I can
It's
handle
a real chopping block.
it. It really is.
So then after you put all those ingredients, those 5 ingredients, you're going to put the lid on your crock and turn it on low for 8 to 10 hours until your potatoes are tender. So now, Jason, I'm going to ask you to close your eyes.
Okay.
Okay. Bam! It's been 8 to 10 hours.
Oh, there.
Now, you want to try some of this? We get to
Oh.
put some fixins on top.
Okay, yeah, sure. This is the chowder, right?
This
The
is the
chowder.
potato chowder.
From Ypsilanti, Michigan. Yes.
And some people even call it Ipsy-Tucky.
Ipsy-Tucky.
Now look at that. Now would you like some of the toppings? We have softened, cubed cream cheese.
I'll take it how you think I should have it.
And
Now.
then we have cooked and crumbled bacon. And we're going to put some of that on there. And also chives. I didn't have chives, so I just used green onions. So you go ahead and try that.
Okay, I'm going to mix it up nice and good and see how it tastes here. It looks delicious. A lot of different colors going on, too. I like that.
Yeah, you know, and something else you could do to add a little more color is just add a little bit of red bell pepper.
Okay.
I didn't do that because I know I already didn't quite follow the recipe. Is that good or what?
Oh, really
All right.
good. Okay. All right.
Right. So let's just put this back over here.
Okay.
And then our next recipe, folks, that we're making is apple brown sugar glazed carrots. And this is one of my husband Chester's favorite dishes.
Oh.
He claims those carrots are good for his eyesight.
Okay.
But I don't think it's working.
No?
He came home yesterday,
Yeah.
and he said, guess who I ran into at the eye doctor? And I said, who? And he said, everybody. So I don't think it's working. But in any case, this is real simple, folks. You just put your carrots cut into 1-inch pieces in your crock, and then you add unsweetened apple juice, and you put the lid on it. You turn it on high for 3 to 4 hours until your carrots are nice and tender. And then when you're done, what you're going to do is you're going to want to you're going to take the carrots out of the crock pot. You're going to discard the juices and put those carrots back into the same crock pot. And then you're going to add your salt and your brown sugar and your butter cubed. And you're going to turn that crock back on high for 15 to 20 minutes till your carrots get glazed.
All right.
And then it also calls for some kind of chopped nuts on top. I prefer walnuts because, did you know, Jason, there are all kinds of nut trees here in Oregon. And I don't mean that wacko neighbor that lives down the road from you. I mean real nut trees. Like, you know, hazelnuts, in this case walnuts. And so I got some fresh walnuts here for us to use for this recipe. And Jason, cracking nuts is real easy.
Is it?
Yep.
I've always had a hard time.
Well, I'm going to show you the real easy way. You just put your nuts right here on the chopping block.
Okay.
And then you're going to cover it with a towel.
Okay.
And then the only other thing you're going to need is your Ypsilanti nutcracker.
Ypsilanti nutcracker. Yeah. Brutal.
There you go.
Okay. Yeah.
And look at those fall colors.
Oh, wow. Yeah, look at the
You might even take some tweezers to get the nuts out.
Yeah.
There's one right there you can try.
Yeah, sure.
So I already put some nuts on here that don't have any shells in them, just for you.
Oh.
And then what you're going to do is mix it all up and just give it a taste. There.
Okay.
Whoops.
Oh.
I'm not trying to stab you, really.
Oh, I understand.
All righty. Let's see how you like that.
Yeah, I'll see.
Is it good?
Oh, sweet.
Awesome.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Yep.
And so for our last recipe, folks, we have something that's going to keep them coming back for more with Tex-Mex shredded beef sandwiches. Now, it is hunting season.
It is.
So, yep, so you can...
Help you with it? You got it.
Oh, I think I got it.
You
But
got
you
it?
can put
Okay.
this over here for
All
me.
right, I'll do that. Sounds
He's
good.
saying, all right. Did you hear that?
All right, she's got
I'm
me
rubbing
she's got me
off on
talking in a certain way all of a sudden.
So anyway,
Normally don't
so
talk.
you could switch out the beef for elk or venison. You know, my husband Chester used to be quite the hunter. Yeah, he almost got killed last year. Said he was walking along and looked down to check out some tracks. Damn near got hit by a train. Did I mention his eyesight?
He did, and the carrots.
Yeah.
Not helping. Yeah.
So in any case, this is also real easy, folks. You just put your beef chuck or your elk or venison in the pot. You add your chili mix. Now, I prefer this particular chili mix, or you can use something from McCormick's. And you put that in there along with a 1/4 cup or some barbecue sauce. Put the lid on it, turn it on low for 8 to 10 hours. Once again, and then you're going to take your meat out of the crock. You're going to shred it with 2 forks, and this is a great time to discard any fat, you know, in the crock and in the meat. Then you put the meat back in the crock and let it warm up a little bit.
Noticing the pattern.
And then, you know, the recipe acts like you don't know how to make a sandwich, but I know that you all do. So all you do is you take your onion roll, and you put your, I'm going to use another thing here.
Okay. Less sloppy.
Get less, it's almost like a sloppy Joe.
Yeah.
We're going to see how how you like that there.
Oh, man.
Oh, and I used
have a
white sharp cheddar cheese. That's my preferred kind of cheese, but you can use any cheese you like. And if somebody has dairy problems, you could even maybe use feta cheese.
No.
You know.
Well, I have a good feeling about this one, Molly.
All right, let's see if you
All right,
like
here we
it.
go. Whoa, slap me in the mouth. This is delicious.
Oh, don't tell me to slap you in the mouth.
No, okay. I just meant it's really good. It's expression.
Oh, good. I'm glad you like it. Well,
Wow.
thank you so much for having me.
Nice do, Molly.
And I hope to be back again real soon.
All right. Well, thank you, Molly, for coming on the show.
Thank you for having
Yeah.
me. Bye, everybody.
The Johnson Wax Program with Fibber McGee and Molly. The makers of Johnson Wax and Johnson Self-Polishing Glow Coat present Fibber McGee and Molly.
Hi, mister.
Oh. Hello there, little girl. What you want?
You remember that job you promised me to take care of your baby, only you didn't have one? So I was going to bring my little brother over and take care of him. Remember? Huh? Remember?
Yes, sure, I remember, but...
Well, the deal is off, see?
What you mean the deal is off? In the first place, there wasn't any deal. And in the second place...
My mommy had to take my little brother to the doctor today, so I can't bring him over.
Oh, well, that's too bad. What's the matter with your little brother? Anything serious?
My mommy thinks so.
Oh, she thinks so.
Uh-huh, she thinks so. She thinks he swallowed a dime.
Swallowed a dime. Well, say that is serious.
Oh, no, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
Oh, no, it isn't.
Oh, yes, it is.
Oh, he didn't swallow a dime, I betcha.
Huh?
It was only 8 cents.
Only 8 cents. How do you know?
Well, we were playing slot machine, and I fed it to him. What you doing, mister?
We're cleaning out the closet, if you must ask.
I mustn't.
Mustn't what?
No.
No?
Yes.
What?
Come on.
Listen, kid, suppose you go on home and annoy somebody else. Go bother your daddy.
Well, he isn't home. He's working on the senseless.
What?
The senseless. He goes to people's doors and asks them how many people in the family and how old are you and all the stuff like that there, I betcha.
Oh, you mean the census. Shucks, I didn't think a kid your age even knew what a census was.
Well, I do, I betcha.
Yeah?
A census is information, please, on the red, white, and blue network. Da, 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 da. Well, goodbye, mister.
Live from Oak Ridge, Oregon, it's the Spotlight Project Presents. And our new segment, 10-Minute Plays with the Zero Clearance Theater Company. Tonight's play, directed by Becky Chamberlain. The Mating Season of Flying Monkeys by Ann Woolair, starring Jessica Howitt and Holly Olson.
Linda, where are you going? Well, that's my purse. Well, we need eggs. Grow these plants out. Why do you have my going to town purse? Where are you going without me?
None of your beeswax, you nosy cow. Those plants are fine. They're perking up. Just let them alone.
Give me my purse. If I have to get up, you are not getting your cup of Lipton tonight.
Well, maybe I won't be here tonight, so there. And we share this purse. I'm sharing it. So go back to your nap. Maybe I hate Lipton. Maybe I always hated Lipton.
Where are you going? hate lifting. Pig's whiskers you do. You don't have night shifts anymore. Those bruises on your cheeks.
It's just not blended in yet. I never wear makeup. I'm not good at it. I'm taking the car. I'm taking the car and I might be out all night. So there's no need to call the police. I'm gonna be out all night, so don't call the police.
You are not taking the car. It needs oil and tires.
Well, I'm stopping to get tires. It only needs one new tire. You're so negative. And I put oil in that car this morning. I put oil in that car ever since we had it. I'm going. Ignore me all you want. I'm gonna do this.
You are not taking the car. Now, I'm a year older than you. I'm still the boss. Where are you not going wearing that clown makeup?
Marjorie, you can't tell me what to do anymore. I'm an old woman. You're my sister, not my mother. I have decided to have a one-night stand, if you absolutely must know.
But you've hated men since Jack Klingerhofer broke your heart when you were 16.
Well, better late than never. I'm
is
going to a bar and I'm picking someone up.
What is this, mating season for flying monkeys?
I don't even know what that means, but I'm not a monkey. I mean, I got my best nightie and that perfume I bought at the dollar store. I'm ready for love.
Linda, have you gone plumb stone crazy? They cut down on your hours at the hospital. So what? Learn to knit. Good women don't go to bars or bring home some stranger. We're all witches and we should have flying monkeys. And you're plumb stone crazy.
I'm not crazy. I'm going out to follow my heart. And I'm not looking for a man. This is not about men. I meant that. Never again men for me.
Then what are you blathering about? Maybe need some sleep, huh?
I'm queer. I must be. Hated men since I was 16. Live with my sister. I like women. Are you okay? Do you need some water?
Oh, I just swallowed wrong is all. And what's got you so stirred up? You've been taking my heart pills again?
I have never taken your heart pills. That's a dream you had one time.
Oh, you took them. You hid them and you ate them like candy.
I'm a nurse. I know better than to take blood thinners like candies. You're starting to think what you dream actually happens.
I'm starting to think that you think I'm crazy. I know you're up at nights sneaking around the house.
Well, of course I am. You don't like me drinking milk before bedtime.
Well, you fart all night. I don't want to smell your farts all night.
Well, you know it settles my stomach and I can't stand the taste of Pepto.
Oh, who can? You drink it 'cause it works, not for the taste. You don't pour it over ice cubes.
Fine, fine, fine. I'm taking this purse and I'm going out. I won't stand here and argue about Pepto. I won't.
So you can find some queer gal. Well, what would you even do with her?
How do I know? I just know I want to.
Well, sick.
Oh, times have changed. People have changed.
No, they haven't. I drove a truck for nearly 30 years. I got called names. I would have been perfectly happy cooking pot roast for any one of those guys that I drove beets and taters and onions to the sheds for. Any one of them. They looked at me and they said, ugly, bulldog, queer. You know, just 'cause I cut off my hair that one time. I mean, I saw it in a magazine. I thought it looked cute.
Oh, no. That short hair did not look good on you. I never knew those men made fun of you. You were better at most men than driving anyway. So what? You were happy driving.
I was. Could change my own tires, too. I mean, what was I supposed to do? Wait around? Worry I'd break a nail? I mean, God damn it. It's a rough old world out there sometimes.
Yeah, it is. I was told once by Mother that it was good that I didn't have children, because I don't have any patience.
Yeah. I think she really wanted grandchildren. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. She should have had prettier daughters.
Yeah, she should have. But I never thought you were ugly, or I was. Not everybody's meant to marry and have all that, that's all.
Right, nope.
And we've had good lives, fun ones at times. We get to eat whatever we want, whenever we want. We don't have anybody bossing us to death. Well, except you. You're a bit bossy, but that's just you, Marjorie.
I'm the oldest. I'm supposed to be bossy. Now, give me my purse. What's wrong with your little yellow number?
Well, it's not big enough for my good nightie, my reading glasses, my slippers, my bottle of perfume, my toothbrush,
Good
and my...
heavens, why don't you just pack a suitcase?
Well, that'd look awful strange to lug a suitcase around.
I didn't mean it. I didn't mean you should pack a suitcase for your night out with those funny women.
I know, I was trying to make a little joke. I tried fitting everything in my yellow purse.
Why are you doing this?
I told you, your purse is 3 times bigger than mine.
Do you think in all these years that I didn't want to go out, find some stranger, see what all the fuss is about? But it never happened. You know, it just wasn't supposed to.
Well then, come with me. We'll go pick out a new tire. We'll drive somewhere nice, find a nice, clean, friendly bar, and have finger steaks. You love finger steaks with honey. Come on. Take our chances. Have a little fun. We're old women now. Nobody cares what we do. We're the only ones that care what we do. Come on, sister. I already put oil in. All you gotta do is find those nice slacks and I'll let you borrow my silver necklace.
I do like that necklace. It was on sale. No, I'm not foolish anymore. Besides, my leg hurts. It's gonna rain.
Well, my knees say it is too, but let's be foolish. It could be that nothing much will happen tonight, but what if it does, huh?
Because we are not foolish women. I mean, we went to work when nobody would marry us like you're supposed to when you're ugly and poor. We toughed it out. You know, lived in this trailer for nearly 30 years. But you're still young. You think life will turn out wonderful.
I'm a year younger. I'm not 20 anymore. You still think I'm 20. Life is what it is. I know that. But I want to know some things before I get slapped in a coffin. Like what it's like to kiss someone and have them want to kiss you back. I want to eat a mango, but I've been too afraid to eat one.
Mango.
I look at them in the store and I think, what do you taste like? I dream at night about eating mangoes.
Oh, it's not a real fruit.
Well, why does it have to be an apple, banana, or orange to be a real fruit?
Maybe this is how you act before you have a stroke.
Every time I disagree with you, you tell me I'm sick or fevered or about to have a stroke.
Well, your cheeks are all flushed and you're yelling at me. What am I supposed to think? You're not serious about going out and finding some floozy. Maybe that's a joke too.
I always yell at you and I'm not joking about this.
You're not going anywhere. You don't have the nerve.
I do. I have just enough nerve.
No, you don't. Anytime anything goes wrong, you just give up. I mean, look at Jack. One bad time with a boy, and you just give up till just now.
You broke my heart.
So, you get over it. You never got over it. In 50 years, has it been that long?
I loved him. I'm not shallow.
No, you're a scaredy cat.
I'm not a scaredy cat. I'm a romantic.
That's another word for scaredy cat, okay? I mean, you were 16. Nothing sticks when you're 16. It's not the end of the world ever, you know, when you're 16. But you never grew up. Other folks...
I grew up. I took up nursing even though I hated it. I worked, I saved my money. What about you? You're not exactly blazing trails. A few men make fun of you and you just give up. You've never even been in love. Scaredy cat. And everything sticks when you're 16. Everything gets remembered years later. That's the point. We're supposed to live and love and have adventures so we can remember them years later. Well, I want my adventures. I want them. At least one adventure. At least one. Then I'll settle down and drink tea and play canasta with you till I die.
Well, if you hated nursing so much, why didn't you just go back to school?
And do what? Teach? I hated those horrible monsters. I would have been arrested. I wanted to be a singer, but I can't sing. I took lessons once, even a long time ago, from a real nice lady, but she flat out told me, you can't sing, it'd be a waste of your money. Every dream I've ever had has been killed.
And you think I wanted to drive trucks and buses? Well, it was just something I could do till my real life started. But it never did.
Well, you've had a good life. You always seemed happy.
I'll make the best of it. You know, they don't teach that so well nowadays.
Well, they don't teach gumption either. So I gotta go see what's out there tonight. Make this your best day ever. I read that in a phrase book yesterday and I remembered it.
So every day that follows will be terrible? You're supposed to do something crazy every single day?
I don't know. I just gotta find out what's what.
Because of a book. I mean, what book?
Just a book.
You don't read. You do puzzles. So what book?
I read.
What book?
A book I found at the dollar store. Life strategies or something like that. I don't know, okay?
So you read just a few pages out of this book and turned all queer?
I don't think they say queer anymore. I'm not queer. I don't know what I am.
Belinda, you are giving me a headache. Now, give me my purse.
Let it go.
It's my
Never
purse.
go anywhere.
It's
I will beat
mine.
you with your own cane if you don't give that back. No, I'm not the peaceful sort.
Fine. Please use my purse when you're out making sure you go to hell.
You're an old crank. You were born an old crank. Maybe that's why the men left you alone.
Just be careful, Missy. Trailer's in my name.
I'm your sister. You'd make me leave?
I'm a very evil old witch. Just try me.
But if I stay here, I won't change. Nothing will ever change.
Do whatever the hell you want.
Marjorie.
You're the only friend I got.
Well, come with me. Borrow my silver necklace.
Gotta do the dishes.
Thank you for letting me borrow your purse.
Well, you'd have beat me with my own cane if I hadn't.
Now, every year we have two major events happening in February. The Super Bowl and Valentine's Day. This year they happen to fall on Sunday and Monday, just one day apart. Well, for all of you out there that are wondering what to do with all of those Super Bowl leftovers, along with planning the perfect Valentine's Day dinner, Our next guest is here to help. Please welcome back to our show, Comfort Cookin' with Molly McKitchen.
Hi, everybody. I'm Molly McKitchen, and welcome to Comfort Cookin'. Tonight's episode is turning your Super Bowl snack leftovers into Valentine's dinner. I love both days. My husband, Chester, not so much. But he was especially proud of himself this morning. He came back from the Dollar General, and he said, did you know they have the Easter candy right next to Valentine's candy? So he handed me a chocolate egg and said, here, pretend it's a football. There, both days covered. Well, let's get to cooking. Here to help me this evening is our host, Miss Becky Chamberlain.
Well, hi, Molly.
Hi, Miss Becky. How are you? Good. Thank you so much for having me back.
Well, thanks for having me. This looks really fun.
Yeah, I need a little help if that's okay.
Absolutely.
So for our first course, we're going to do a chicken wing salad. Okay. So if you'd please chop up the romaine and distribute it evenly between the bowls. I don't think you're going to need a whole lot in each one.
Okay.
But so this recipe, what it calls for is to peel the chicken off of your chicken wings, and then you're going to put that in a microwave-safe bowl and add a little bit more of that hot sauce. Now,
Okay.
I found this awesome stuff called Cheap Thrill. It's right next to you.
Sounds like my kind of sauce.
And so I put that in the microwave on high for about 50 seconds. Yes, that's your Cheap Thrill.
Okay.
And then if you distribute the salad, then you can put some of the chicken over the top.
All right.
And then the next part of this recipe is it says take your blue cheese dipping sauce and thin it out. It calls for doing that with skim milk. I hate skim milk.
Thank you.
I
appreciate that.
I grew up on powdered milk.
Ooh,
so
honey.
I know. So it's Ypsilanti, Michigan. So I use half and half. But in any case, after you put the chicken
start
on,
with chicken? Okay.
Yeah. After you're done with that, then
So these are wings that you pulled the meat off of.
I did, and then I put a little bit of that Cheap Thrill on there
Oh, yeah.
and heated it up again.
Okay.
And then the recipe says you drizzle this over the top,
All right.
and then we're going to add that. Yummy.
Okay.
And then the crumbled blue cheese. I'm getting hungry.
It's like a buffalo chicken salad?
Yes, it is.
It's amazing.
And then it says to put a couple celery sticks on the side.
All right. For Garnier.
So, you know, I don't know where you came from, Becky, but where I grew up...
I don't either. Kidding.
Where I grew up in Ypsilanti, the Super Bowl snacks were just as important as the game. And, of course, there's always a lot of leftovers the next day.
I see.
You know, and in Michigan, we never once were distracted by watching the Detroit Lions play in the Super Bowl.
Well,
Ever.
sorry.
Just so y'all know. So that's our first course. And then...
Beautiful.
And, oh, by the way, folks, I want to share that if you all like what you see here tonight, you can go to our website, www.thespotlightprojectpresents.com, and then a list of all the fixins are under the Molly McKitchen page.
Well, perfect.
So, did you know I was on my way to the studio, and my husband Chester stopped me. He said, Molly, now no matter what happens, good or bad, just embrace your mistakes. So I gave him a big old hug and headed on down here.
I'd have done the same.
Well, now our second part of the meal is, I got to thinking, why not take that queso dip and add some of the cheese from your cheese platter, melt it all together, bam, fondue. So I took some of those hoagie sticks and I sliced them up.
Perfect.
And then I slathered them with Kerrygold butter.
Okay.
I put them in the oven. Here, you can go ahead and take one if you'd like.
Oh, yes.
I went ahead and put them in the oven on 425 for about 10 minutes.
Okay.
Until they're nice and toasty.
They're toasty.
And, ooh, look at this.
Oh, yes.
What a cute little crock pot.
It is so adorable.
I hope you like this. I tasted it earlier, and I almost drank it like soup. It was so good. I might dribble a little, but we got a napkin.
All right.
Let's see if you like that.
This is my fondue.
That's your fondue. Be careful, it might be hot.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
Oh, goody. All right. Well, for our final... For our final and our main course, what we have is pasta primavera.
Oh.
Now, this particular recipe says you can use any kind of cooked pasta, and I like to cook my pasta the way that fella Al Dente cooks his. It's on every single box in the whole wide world.
Mm-hmm.
There's a napkin if you need
Thanks.
it, my dear.
I'm
and when you're finished, do you like chopped green onions and fresh basil?
Oh, yeah.
I thought that might go well on top of this pasta primavera. But so in any case, so we cook our pasta, and then we chop up our vegetables that are left over from our vegetable tray.
Oh, good idea.
We throw that in a skillet and heat it on up, and then add some Italian dressing and a little Parmesan cheese. Of course, I didn't follow this recipe at all. Do you want to know how?
Okay.
Do you want to know how I really made it?
I do.
I cooked my pasta in homemade organic chicken broth
Okay.
to give it a little more flavor.
yeah.
And then I let that chill, and then I chopped up those vegetables, and I pan fried them in Kerrygold butter. And then I added some oregano and some thyme and all kinds of different Italian. Oh, yeah, I think you might like that. You can put them in there, and then a little bit of that. And I even added a little bit of feta cheese and white sharp cheddar Tillamook cheese, which is my favorite. And in any case, a little bit of those cherry tomatoes. You know, if you don't chop them up, they just pop right in your mouth. It can be quite annoying. So I cut them. Actually, I had Chester cut them in half for me. He did a real good job. So this, I really hope you like this.
I am going to love it.
It looks very, very healthy. It's got broccoli and cauliflower, carrots. And there you go, my dear. And if here, I'll just add a little bit of this to the top. These are chopped green onions.
Do you want this in there too?
Oh, yeah. Do you want a little basil on there? I put just a tiny bit. Chester's not too much for basil, but what does he know? Here you go.
Thank you.
See if you like that. What do you think?
Yeah. I think it's great.
Oh, goody. Yeah, all this is making me rail hungry. Well, happy Valentine's Day, Becky.
Thank you, Molly.
Thank you for having me. And remember, a good relationship is one where each partner secretly thinks they got the better end of the deal.
I can agree with that. Yeah.
Good night, everybody.
This is great.
Is it good?
Right, Terry? Yes. Hi, Terry. It's Molly. Hi, everybody. You're in for such a treat. I heard you were having a Burlesque show tonight. Burlesque. Okay. Well, hi, everybody. I'm Molly in the Kitchen, and I have a cooking show called Molly in the Kitchen in the Kitchen. I heard you were having the show, and I wanted to make something real special, and I had to look it up, Jerry. It said it was a very risky show. Risky? Okay. So I had no risky recipes. So what I had to do is I had to walk down my girlfriend's house. She's a real good cook. In fact, she has 3 kids. They all look exactly like her. I wonder if there was a man involved. In any case, she gave me this real recipe, and I just wonder if you can help me out with it. All right. Yeah, that's nice, thank you. And you all can tell that I've been to 2 different doctor's offices. And my husband Chester always says, "No, Molly, why do you do that?" And I say, "Because you never know when you had a rubber glove in your pocket." Now, Harry, if you wouldn't mind just bending over, this won't hurt a bit. All right. And then you're gonna get your banana, you're gonna get your tiny little wiener sausages. You're gonna heat them up in the microwave, so I need you to pick one up. Oh, not that one, that's too fat, that won't fit the whole of the muffin. All right. They're kind of slippery. Yeah. And that's okay, it's a little detour. They don't taste the same. And I know my estimation, jizz all over the world is white. It's the same color. So I use white sharp cheddar cheese in my jizz. Now, you're just going to take that little sausage and you're going to put that wiener in that jizz and just swirl it. Get all full of jizz. Now you're going to put that sausage, jizz, and the whole of the muffin. Now be careful, you're not trying to split a chicken. Just remember, folks, for the wiener, it's all about holding back. It's all about letting go. That wiener sticking out of that muffin a little bit. I think that's okay. I just put a little more jizz on it. I need you to put the wiener with the jizz and the muffin all in your mouth in the same bite. Would you look at that, ladies and gentlemen? All she did was lick the jizz off the plate. It's my favorite part. I need to get my own figure out. I still love you, my friend. I'm just glad you like the jizz. Now, folks, don't be afraid to try this at home. And you just look in that grocery store for all your jizzes, things. And thank you for having me.
Really cute.
And so, y'all asked me to show for the Burlesque show. I had to have a picnic basket. For the summer love. And so here I am in a picnic basket. And so I should introduce myself. Hi everybody, I'm Molly McKitchen. Called Molly McKitchen in the Kitchen. We
love you!
So they asked me to come and show y'all how to do this, tagging the perfect picnic basket. Did you have a picnic when you were children?
In backyard.
Okay. Well, I grew up in the country, and where I come from, in the Midwest, Ypsilanti, Michigan, all these folks from Kentucky and Ohio. Where? Kentucky is Ohio. It came up from Kentucky and Ohio. Another part, outside Detroit. So Ypsilanti is just outside Detroit. So that's where my cooking comes from. And, well, what I want to share with you very first of all is the very first picnic I had without my phone was with my best friend Joe from high school, and he was flaming gay. True story, and he was a ballet dancer. And so I packed the picnic basket, and we met at the barn, and we got on my horse Mitzi, and we went through the cornfield with the shade tree, and we unpacked the picnic basket, and we looked up, and lo and behold, the horse is gone. Mitzi's gone. She's gone. So Joe and I, we started going through the cornfield. You know, the corn was this high. So we started popping up like jackrabbits, trying to steal the corn. Pretty soon Joe, his legs. You know, it was bad. Yeah. Those bad legs are high up. So finally we got back to the barn, and there was the horse.
Well.
So my very first twine, ropes, maybe make a little interest in some handcuffs and blindfolds. In any case, so when I was a child and we had our picnics, we used to, it wasn't just about the food. It was about what you did with the food.
You played with your food?
Oh, yeah, we played with the food.
Oh, I was like,
we played like charades, like kumquat, kumquat. Did you know what a kumquat is? An angiosperm.
An angiosperm?
I read that on Rick IPDI.
Now you know.
Who knew? So, and then now I just lost my train of thought. So what I did, folks, is I came up with a game that y'all can play for your perfect picnic basket, for your summer love, and it's called Picture This. So I wonder, Mama J, would you please help me demonstrate?
Well, sure.
Oh, wonderful. So what I'm going to do, folks, is I'm just going to decorate Mama J, and y'all are going to have to figure out who for what Mama J is. Okay, I'm just going to ask you to bend over. Right, now this won't hurt a bit. All right, here we go. All right, so this is your protection. Oh, my protection. I don't get over there. Oh, my stuff. All right.
It is my stuff.
Now, y'all should see this. My apron says, what the hell? Is it okay if I go?
What's it say?
Okay, now y'all can see that the apron says Jizz Whiz. But I'm in the Jizz Whiz. And y'all should always have Jizz Whiz if you're thinking fast. Now y'all remember Cheese Whiz? It was yellow, right? I hate yellow cheese. So I made my Jizz Whiz with white chocolate chip cheese. And a little bit of cream cheese all melted in there. All right, so that's what that's all about.
Oh, sure.
All right, so let's see, I'm going to decorate you now, Mama J. Oh, Mama, what do you do with that? Well, I'm this bag. Yeah. Is this yours? Red? Hi, Mom. Y'all have something like that. All right, so now this is a English key. I brought this for me for later. Oh, okay. This might take me to the ER, but... And this reminds me of a fella I dated one time. One hand up.
One touch.
Okay, so Mama J, I need you to put your right hand down by your crotch. Face up. All right, now I have a couple little things here. And I think that because they're always often not the same size.
Two of them.
And then I got two of these that I have. Y'all should have some carrots. And so I'm thinking that I think this would work better because it's about the right size. All right. Now, Mama J told me that for my demonstration that she didn't want her noodles, which are supposed to be hairs, she didn't want them hard.
No, I don't like my hair. I like the soft.
She didn't want hard noodles in her teeth. All right, now the audience can't see what's going on.
You see what's going on here?
All right.
You see when they're laughing. I see what's going on.
All right, that's good. There's something to see. Somebody's going to be a wiener.
Oh.
All right, now, Mama J, I need you to put your left hand behind. And now this is a fistable. Y'all know what a fistable is? I'll make it myself.
Oh, very good.
Fistable is the O-R-I-G-I-L slingshot. All right. Now, what or who is Mama J? You're supposed to look this way and look and see.
My pencil now.
All right. Now, who or what? Okay, let me help. I'll just put a little Jizz Whiz on the end. Right there. Figure this out. I'll give you Mama J is a statue made by a famous Italian. Anybody?
Cupid.
David. From David and Goliath. And I'm pretty sure my friend Joe is part of all that Roman stuff.
I'm pretty sure.
All right, so I'm done with that. I just need you to put the junk in my box. stuff. Now I got that weight twist on my hand. All right. Well, thank you all for having me here. I'm really not supposed to be in this act, but the fellow that was supposed to be here broke his leg in rehearsal. Somebody told him to break the leg, so he didn't. I just thought what I'd do is share a little bit with you about where I come from in the Midwest and some points of interest in case y'all ever get back there. And one of the great points of interest would be outside of Dayton, Ohio, on I-75. There's Touchdown Jesus. Now this is a statue. I don't know if y'all ever heard about this. It's a true story. Y'all can look it up on Wikipedia. What happened was this church, they wanted to build a statue of Jesus, but they only had enough money to build it from here up. So they built the statue like this, like touchdown. Everybody called it Touchdown Jesus. Well, 10 years ago, Touchdown Jesus got hit by lightning and burnt down. That's because it was made out of fiberglass, styrofoam, and plastic, and that's true. And it burnt all the way to the ground. The only thing left was the metal frame of like at the end of the football field. What's that called? The goalpost. And so, yeah, it burnt down. But did you know they rebuilt it? And this time they had more money. So they rebuilt the Jesus here all the way up, and this true. And this time they had Jesus doing this, kind of looking up like, Daddy, I don't know what the fuck happened. I've never thought about that later. Yeah. And so the next point that y'all need to see is from my hometown, Ypsilanti, Michigan. If y'all ever get there, there's a really great point of interest that's very close to the Eastern Michigan University campus. Now, Ypsilanti was named after Demetrius Ypsilanti for some reason. That must have been God. In any case, so right close to Eastern Michigan University campus, they have a bust of Demetrius Ypsilanti, and right behind the bust, they built this ginormous water tower out of brick. And this is true. It's round. It's about 60 foot in diameter, but at the very top of this water tower, instead of being like here, where we're normal in Oak Ridge, Oregon, you know, top of the water tower, they built it like the Greeks would, like a real curve, kind of looks like a helmet with a little lip around it. And so, in order to help y'all picture this, I'm going to give you a picture of the water tower. If you look on Wikipedia, you'll see that the water tower really doesn't look that skinny tall, but I just liked it that way. It only has 3 ribs, but I put a bunch of ribs. I thought, bump it, you know. Anyway, when I was a little kid, they used to call this Big Bag. And so, and some smarty students, college students from Eastern Michigan University decided they were going to make a little money, so they took a photo of it with that sepia filter thing, and they put it on a postcard, and they wrote, "Come to Ypsilanti, C-U-M, to Ypsilanti." No joke. Well, I looked it up on Wikipedia to see if that was still the case. No. Now, they call this the brick stick. That's all I have.
15-2, 15-4, 15-6, a run of 3 for 9, and knobs for 10. I finally beat you.
You don't have knobs. Hearts are trump, not diamonds. You threw a jack of diamonds. I'm sorry, but that leaves you back in the skunk hole.
And I suppose you have enough.
Well, if there's anything in the crib I do, I've got 5 hearts and 15 2 for 7. Oh, and Ed, I have to thank you for throwing me that deuce and a pair of 2s. Another heartbreaking defeat for you. You owe me a quarter. Hey, I hear Wally ran his truck into the ditch last night trying to miss a deer. And I bet you know about where it was, too.
Yeah, it was right by Coken's place. They come out of the woods right there to cross the road to eat his apples and things.
Yeah? I wonder where those deer go when it's not hunting season. I bet they stay up at the Jenkins farm because he doesn't let nobody go in there and hunt.
You know, Leo's dog got out and bit that meter reader guy on the leg yesterday. They're going to have to, you know, it wasn't bad or anything, but they're going to have to keep that dog on a chain from now on. He's scaring the neighbor kids.
You know, I got a call about the warranty on my Ford. How did those guys know that my warranty expired? He said they sent me a bunch of notices in the mail, but this is the last one. It's the last time they were going to give me a warning.
I don't think those guys get good information. My Lumina's still got a warranty, and they called me a couple of times. Did you see Ice Road Truckers last night?
Oh, no.
Well, you know, those guys should know better than to drive those big rigs close together when they're crossing the lake, you know, because of the pressure wave. They were really, really lucky to get that truck unstuck.
You know, that winter I got laid off. I went up to see my cousin COVID up in Wisconsin.
Did you say your cousin COVID?
Yeah. Aunt Ingrid wanted all of her kids to have Norwegian-sounding names. Who knew? Kind of difficult on his sister Velveeta, too. Anyway, so COVID and I got a 12-pack and jumped in this truck, and he went out on the ice, and he spun donuts until I was ready to puke. And then we drove into the tavern in town, and we drank some more beer, and we ate those pickled Polish sausages. I don't know. These people are nuts to be doing that all winter long. And then fish through the ice.
Yeah, it would take all day just to cut a hole in the ice big enough for a boat.
Hey, good one. No, that's not how they do it. They just dig a hole big enough for the fish that they're going to catch.
Well, how do they know that? I've been fishing all my life, and I never knew how big the fish was going to be until I pulled it out of the water.
Well, they just know. They just do. You know, they put a little house out on the lake, and they sit in there, and they drink beer, and they fish. My cousin's thinking he's not going to do that anymore, because his wife lets him drink beer at home. Just saying.
Hey, Ed, another shot of Crown and a beer?
Oh, no, I got to get going home pretty soon.
All righty, then.
Hey, is that your new truck that's parked outside?
Yep.
How the hell do you afford a nice rig like that when you're slinging beers in a place like this?
Well, it sure as hell isn't from you, big tippers.
How's your warranty?
Hey, boys. Do your wives know you're sitting in a tavern this time of day?
My wife and I have an agreement. I get to go to the tavern twice a week if she can go to that Indian casino with her friends every Friday night.
Claire moved in with her sister a couple months ago. I told you that, Brenda, remember?
Oh, that's right, Carl. It must have slipped my mind.
Yeah, down to Tempe, Arizona. I don't think she's coming back. She said she wanted to move down where it was warmer. Well, she's going to find out how warm it gets down there in July and August. Anyway, I got a new girlfriend now.
You didn't say a peep about her.
Well, I didn't want to say anything until I knew I was serious.
Well, why don't you bring her on down here so we can meet her? Or are you afraid that she's going to get scared off if she finds out who you're hanging around with?
Yeah.
No, it's not like that. She wants to meet my friends. She wants to come to America.
How do you know anybody that's not in America? You never been any place except here in Wisconsin.
Well, I got me one of those Facebook accounts, and she reached out to me. I felt I was the luckiest guy ever when she said she wanted me to be her new friend. She is beautiful. She looks like one of those Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders, and she speaks pretty good English.
Where's she from?
Well, from Russia. Her name's Svetlana, and now that she turned 21, her parents can't keep her from coming over to be with me.
Svetlana?
21?
Well, I didn't see her ID, but she looks 21, and I bet Brenda wouldn't card her.
Carl, if you came in here with a girl that young on your arm, I'd be calling the police or the news to find out if somebody reported a kidnapping.
You know, I told my wife when she turned 40 that I was going to trade her in for two 20-year-olds. And she told me, you ain't wired for 220. How are you going to satisfy a lusty young Russian girl?
Well, that's a problem I bet you wish you had. Anyway, as soon as I send her the money for her grandmother's life-saving operation, she's coming straight over here, no matter how much her parents beg her to stay. It's only going to cost $8,000 to get her grandma a heart replacement. Why, that would be over $100,000 here in Eugene.
Carl, I hate to burst your bubble, but there's no young Russian girl that's lusting after you. That's some guy sitting around in his underwear, smoking a cigar, and just fishing on his computer to see if he can get guys like you to send him money. If you saw what he really looked like, you wouldn't do it.
But her picture, Svetlana, is gorgeous.
You really want to believe this, don't you? Look, I know that it's a big letdown, but you're being scammed, and you're going to be out a lot of money.
Well, I did think it was a little bit odd they were going to pay for the operation with $100 Walmart gift cards, but I don't know how things work in Russia.
Oh, I don't know anything about the internet, Carl. But maybe Ada's right here. Look, I can save you $7,900. I'll let you take me out to the Porterhouse in Springfield for dinner on Saturday. Who knows, maybe you'll get lucky. I'm no young, lusty Russian babe, but at least I'm real.
Well, you have a good time on your Friday nights off when Beth's at the casino. And you have a good time with that new truck of yours. But for me, I'm going to invest some of my savings into my future. I'm going to do it before Claire comes back up and gets the money from our nest egg and brings it down to Tempe. So, I'm sorry, but you sold me a quarter from that last game.
Oh, come on, Carl. Don't be that way. I'm sure you two will be very happy. Good night, Brenda.
Good night. Big spenders. Oh. My love, the miles between us seem farther and farther with each passing day. My bags are packed, and I'm ready to fly to you as soon as grandmother's operation is complete. Just one more payment, and we can be together. My body burns for you. Yeah. That ought to do it, you cheap son of a bitch.
The cast of Cribbage and Tips: David Erickson, Ross Spencer, and Holly Olson.